Hey guys, it's Dustin. I just wanted to talk this morning about brain fog. I was kind of in the shower this morning pondering. Got this cat at my feet. I was pondering this morning, kind of like where I am, like the clarity that I was having, and trying to kind of explain it to other people who might think they have clarity. Because I could tell you what, I felt that I was pretty straight. I guess I felt that I was pretty clear. I did know that, it was hard for me to sit and meditate on the Lord as I was trying to pray and trying to sit with God. I know that it was kind of challenging at times. And then there'd be times where I could just press in, but I did really feel like I was pretty straight in that way, pretty focused. But it's a whole new level now, and I've just posted a video, this video, I'll link it, kind of explaining a little bit of an overview of kind of where I'm at, but basically, I've changed my diet to a carnivore-based diet. Pretty strict carnivore. I've even done a few days of lion diet, which is literally red meat, salt, and water, which that ramps all the benefits up even more. But, I dip into a little bit of small, low carb, but pretty much carnivore. And just eliminating sugars and carbohydrates that convert into sugar has done a tremendous work on my brain and my overall well-being. Believing, things are going to heal on my body like psoriasis and things like that, and I'm just waiting to share that. I've already felt a little better on my elbows, but anyways, I just wanted to talk about brain fog because that's really one of the biggest clarity points that I'm having. I'm in the shower today. I'm able to actually sit and pray. I'm able to actually sit and just close my eyes and just be with God and rest and not let my mind wander. And it's just so refreshing and so much joy, and it's just I'm really thankful. But I think that I think we underestimate I'm going to try to say this. I think we underestimate where we can be, kind of settling for where we're at. And we feel I think we can attribute everything to spiritual means, which it is all attributed to spiritual things because it says the spiritual realm, the unseen realm, governs the things that are seen. So yes, there is this cat. I don't know, y'all can't see, but I literally have this cat clawing at me. It's crazy. But it says the spiritual realm governs the things that we see. It's more real than the seen realm, which I believe that. But I do believe that in the unseen realm, or in where we're at, in the realm we see, and in our bodies. Ow! Hold on. Gosh, stop. Go. Goodness gracious, this cat just clawed my leg. She's purring and he's loving on me, but he's clawing, man. Goodness. Okay. Yeah, the seen realm can get you. But and I know it sounds kind of uber spiritual, but I'm just saying the what we can see, and if you believe that there's a spiritual realm, which a lot of people believe that there's a spiritual realm, not everyone attributes it to God, not everyone attributes it to Jesus and the Holy Spirit, but a lot of people believe that there's spirit, right? And so I believe through my worldview and my lens and my 100% belief that it's all through Jesus and the biblical principles and what the Bible says about the unseen realm. But in that, I know I'm kind of going on a little tangent, but in that, our temple and our body allows us to tap into the spiritual realm so much at a lot of points. I mean, think about if you're just like drunk, right? If you're just really drunk on alcohol and you're trying to pray and you're trying to like actually sit and read the Bible and you're trying to, and this is for, believers, like if you're trying to sit and actually read the Bible, meditate, pray, you're not going to be able to do that at full potential. And that is an area of you're seeing clearly your physical body is affecting your spiritual experience. And so it's the same, that can go all the way down to a very, that could cut down even at a more narrow focus, not just things that feel like, oh, of course, I don't want to like overindulge in this or that or, things, but we don't realize what we're putting in our body that might actually really be harming us, because it seems normal, because culture really has affected it so much. We're just at a play center yesterday, and I'm not, it's no judgment. It's no judgment on anyone. I was a sugar addict. I was a sugar fiend. I mean, there was cake. I'd get through 2 slices, 3 slices, whatever was extra, I could get it. I would ask my coworker, make me a 5,000 calorie cake thing, and I'd just indulge in it to where I was miserable. Or I'd eat all the candy at my store that I work at. Like, I'm not saying this in judgment, but I'm looking today with new eyes because I haven't had sugar. I haven't had processed sugar for over a month now, about a month now. But I see that, and even my daughter, I'm having to, deal with this and walk through this, and it's just, I'm being gracious, but I'm also like trying to set her up for greatness. But I'm here at the place we're at, and I see a party happening, and there's just so much really junk. I mean, there's so much pizza and candy and everything, and like the reality is that stuff is slowly poisoning us, slowly causing chronic illnesses, slowly causing all the brain issues, mental health. And so I'm watching it and I'm like, man, that stinks, because that's just the culture. Like the kids in there are just, that's what they know. They're slowly getting addicted to sugar. My daughter, she's getting better, thankfully, but she was addicted to sugar. I mean, I feel like because of our habits, like there was so many times where she just really wanted sugar constantly. And when she didn't have it, or when I said no, she'd throw a fit. And thankfully, just by changing our habits, we've been able to give her more real sugars, not tons of like real sugar, like fruit and stuff. We do give her a lot of fruit. She eats good fruit. She eats berries and applesauce and stuff like that. But I'm noticing her palate shift. I'm noticing her behavior towards it shift. But yeah, it's just, I look at that and I'm like, man, like we were conditioned to really kind of have this, whether it's more addicted people to sugar or less addicted people to sugar, if that makes sense. Like I was pretty more addicted, but I'm sure there was other people who were even further. And then there's people who are less. There's people who don't have a crazy addiction, but it might be other things that are harming their body as well. So, anyways, yeah, I say that because it's easy for us to get to a place where we just accept that and we think that we're pretty, dealing pretty good. Like I thought I was pretty good. I thought I was like, why would I need to change my diet? And then I started having acid reflux issues, and I'm like, okay. Wow, I didn't think diet could actually fix that. So I tried that, but then I experienced all these other benefits. I experienced these benefits of mental clarity and mood. I think mood is huge. I keep saying mental clarity, but like mood. It's so stable. My mood is so stable. My mood is so joyous. Like it's like back when I first got saved, I just had this euphoric bliss. Like I was just like, my mood was extravagant, My mood was like, I was just floating. And it's like I'm back to that. Because my reality is still Jesus. My reality is still I'm walking in freedom with him. But I can now see it. I'm not clouded by, I'm not clouded. There's not this fog in between me and God as there was. And I didn't know it. That's the whole point I'm trying to make, is I had a fog between me and God and the reality of the beautifulness of life and joy and peace. But I didn't know it. And you might not either. Like, you might be at a place where you don't even know it until you try. And I say at the very least, like, cutting out added sugar, just doing fruit and only fruit, and then cutting out carbs, like, or a low amount of carbs, If you're into measuring carbs, I mean, you could see what the grams are on carbs, and I would say try to stay below 50. That's not that bad. Below 50 is pretty easy to do. And if you're trying to lose weight, you will lose weight, but also you start packing protein in, you're going to gain muscle. So if you're trying to, like, I'm very light, right? But I've lost a little weight, but now I'm gaining it back because I'm eating more protein and I'm working out. So it's going to turn more into muscle. So you kind of level out to where you're supposed to be. If you're too light, you kind of gain. And also you can get a lot of calories in from just protein if you eat a lot of ground beef. That's a tip. And then you get you're able to eat more. Like, I can eat 1.5 pounds of ground beef now, like that, and that's right there, almost 1,200 something calories or more. So you can get it in, and then you can. But if you're trying to lose weight, you can lose weight tremendously, and you're by eating. You're literally losing weight by eating, but just eating the right things. It's not about starving or anything. And then I do want to talk into fasting, but I'm not going to talk about that in this video. But because I'm basically in a fasting state, but I'm not hungry, I'm not irritable, I'm not having any of those issues. And if I want to fast for 3 days, I can already tell it's going to be so easy. Maybe not easy, but it's going to be easier than if I was trying to break off carbs and sugar for a few days. Because I try to go fast for spiritual reasons. I try to go fast to seek the Lord. And I would always break after like 2 days. And I did do better in the very beginning because it was new, it was fresh. But I feel like in the later years, because I've been walking with the Lord for like 8 years now. No, almost 9, yeah. And I'm over here like trying to fast, but I'm already I'm trying not to say like as much. After 2 days, I'm just trying to break that hunger. And then at that point, I just break the fast. And so I basically wasted all the fast just trying to not be hungry. And I'm still spending time with God, but it just feels more out of striving, and it's not just enjoying giving all my time to him. Because that's really, you're kind of going on a vacation with him when you fast. You're spending the time. You're not thinking about food. You're just solely thinking about living and being and having your being with the Lord. And so, yeah. But I just was in the shower today just thinking, man, how could I explain the brain fog? Or how could I tell people, like, if you have brain fog, you might have brain fog. You might have just a fog between you and God that you don't even realize. You might think everything's going great, but there's more. There's more. And I could tell you I am forever changed. There is more. I am forever changed. And I can't wait to see how much better it's going to get, because it keeps getting better and better and better. And then when I face trials, because I've faced trials. Obviously, we all face trials, and we still face trials. And I just faced the trials yesterday. But my brain is at a place where it's so clear I'm able to handle those trials better, clearer. I'm able to turn to God clearer. I'm able to be slower to speak at times. I'm still walking in a body that is still fighting to seek righteousness, and there's a war with that, but I believe it's been won in Jesus, and I believe that we are fully capable of living in that righteousness that he's paid for us. It says, he who knew no sin became sin so that we could become the righteousness of God. So we clearly can become the righteousness of God through Jesus only. And so, yeah, I'm still on a journey. I'm still on a process of that. But I'm noticing this clarity is helping that. And it's benefiting those around me as well. And so I'm just thankful to see what's going to happen. So that's all I wanted to share today. And yeah, I just pray that you might consider seeking the Lord or not. If you're not wanting to go in that direction, I pray that you would at least consider your nutrition, at least examine it, see where you're at, and maybe do a little research on a low-carb, no-sugar diet, or even carnivore or ketogenic diet, and see, maybe that could help you. And I believe it will. 100% try it for 30 days. Will help you in your lifestyle, mental health, mental clarity, physical body, issues that you're dealing with, chronic illnesses, and ultimately your spiritual walk. Because I believe there's a lot of people out there doing this, but they're missing an element of walking with God that they're created for, because we're created in His image. And so that's kind of what I'm here to start sharing, is like how to walk with the Lord properly in a place of holistic health and holistic, healthy, spiritual principles tied together. So, all right, peace. I'll see you on the next video.